Our outing has always improved with every election.
Well, I mean, Nigerians will want much more than...
Sorry, Mr. Commissioner of Police, with all due respect, sir. People's lives depend on this, and I really would suggest that you take this a little more seriously. You know, we've always improved with every election, does not bear up when you look at the numbers of fatalities in elections in Rivers State progressively. With all due respect, sir, I chaired the Commission of Inquiry on the elections in Rivers State, and I met with the police, and I did, you know, we had off-record conversations. The reality is that the police does face serious challenges with politicians. Why don't you tell Nigerians the truth? Politicians put too much pressure on the police. The police want to do the right thing. The lives of police officers are at risk. Police officers are attacked during these elections. And I think we owe a duty to their families, the families of the police officers attacked, to the police officers who have been attacked, to Nigerians who pay with their lives, to tell people things are more serious than you're making out. I'm sorry, with all due respect, sir.
Yes, let me come in. Are we
Please
talking
do.
about past scenario, or we are talking of current circumstance?
Past scenario points to what the current circumstance could be. You're telling Nigerians on this program, on a national program, that you have always improved with every election. That is factually inaccurate. I'm sorry. That is just not borne out by the figures or by the experience of people. And I think it's important in the context of Rivers State to do so. This is serious, my brother. Lives are at stake.
I don't know what the seriousness you are talking about means, but I am telling you that the polity is not as heated as it was at the last election.
But people are being killed.
Mr. Flowery,
you're attesting to the fact that we are working together and we are prepared.
Okay, now, Nigerians will want more than you are prepared.
Exactly.
For example, in Rivers State, let me show you these figures. Only in pre-election violence alone, in Rivers State alone, we had we recorded monthly average of 19 killings a month. 19 killings every month. Between November 2014 and April 2015, we had about 120 people killed. That is serious, isn't it? Do you want those kind of deaths on your hand in the next 13 days or so?
I have told you that the present circumstance, the present situation, is not as heated as 2014 and 2015. We are in 2016. And as it were, our preparation is multi-pronged. The important three-prong is the professionalism we are bringing in, the collaboration with stakeholders, and the sensitization that we have done.
All right.
Presently, we have sensitized all segments of society, and we have publicized our activities and our preparedness to the extent that currently the people are just waiting to go and exercise their rights.
Interesting, Mr. Falawi. In Bayelsa State, for example, a lot of people could not even come out. Ad hoc officials cannot even go to the polling units because of the kind of violence that could erupt in those areas because of security situation. One would be wondering, have you done anything differently from what we saw in Bayelsa State to make voters be more confident to go to the polls?
Yes, oh yes. We deployed enough vehicles, boats, and helicopters in Bayelsa. We are doubling up in rivers because this is more or less like the governorship and state and federal assembly elections. We are deploying 25,000 police personnel. We are deploying well in advance specialized units, PMF, CTU, EOD,
Sorry, sir. Because this is also necessary for Nigerians.
have
What
not
are all
only
those acronyms? EOD, EMF. What do they mean, sir? Most Nigerians don't know
I
that.
have just said that we are deploying police mobile force personnel. We are deploying bomb disposal units, explosive ordnance units. I have also said we are deploying counter-terrorism units. And all of these in advance should, in case there can be untoward incidents.
All right, thank you. We hope that things will get better, and we'll be expecting that.
Have an emergency.
Well, the new Prof is trying to ask you if there is an emergency unit added to the units
and
that
is
you've
there a
mentioned.
number that people can call? Because this is an opportunity to continue the education. Is there a number people can call if they have incidents or problems, or if they notice arms movements that could endanger the elections? Could you speak to Nigerians and tell us what those numbers are so that we collaborate with you to make sure that things work in these elections?
During the week, there will be briefs. There will be further stakeholder meetings. We are deploying commanders to local governments. We are deploying commanders to the statewide, and in any event, numbers of particular commanders will be given at that time.
There's no emergency numbers. There's no short codes that people can easily call. Are there any of such? Do the police
All
have?
of that we will be doing that during the week.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. David Folawiyo. Is an operations man, Commissioner of Police at the Operations Headquarters and the Force Headquarters in Abuja. Many thanks for coming on the program, for your thoughts there. We take a moment. And when we return, Professor Chidi Odikalu is still with me, and we'll be talking more about these dangerous terrain and just how can we safeguard the lives of voters and the ballots in elections. Stay with us. We'll be right back.